African Cup of Nations, this starts. Oh yeah, now it's your guy, the Nigerian Englishman, and we are here, the Armory TV, discussing Arsenal and the African nations. We've got a ton of players involved in the tournament. Me and my brothers are going to get into it. Let's go. Oh yeah, now my people, how they do? It's me, Nigerian Englishman, and I'm here, Armory TV settings, and one of the biggest international tournaments of the calendar is starting on Sunday. And as usual, historically, all these Arsenal fans, we have a relationship having, since especially Arsene Wenger came in, we have a lot of African players in our squads over the past few years. So this Nations Cup is no different. Going into the Nations Cup this year, we have 4 people representing Arsenal at the tournament. We have Mohammed Elneny, we have Nicolas, Pepe, we have Pierre-Emerick, Aubameyang, and we have Thomas Partey. But we're going to get into all of them. But first of all, I've got to introduce my guests, my panel. How dare I leave them behind? And it's a bit different to be me being on this side and him being on that side. But first of all, my first guest today, man like Canners. How you doing, bro?
I'm blessed, bro. How you been, man? You good? It's good to be on this. Good to be on this.
Good and excited about the tournament. We're about 100%. To light up the whole world with our football, man. I can't wait, man.
100.
And also below me, making his Armory TV debut, representing one of the biggest shows, biggest channels in Nigeria right now, Tunnel TV. Big up, man, like Kenebi. How you doing, Kenebi?
I appreciate my G. 9JaEnglishman, One Talk TV, Armory TV. It's great to be here. It's great to be amongst my red and white Gunner brothers. You know what it is now. You know what time it is. Let's talk football.
Let's go. And everyone that's watching at home now, live or later, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that. We got to push this channel, big things in 2022. But first of all, let's go through. Let's do it like group by group. Let's first of all look at the Ivory Coast group. They've got the favorites in their group. They've got Algeria, who are the Nation Cup holders. They've got Equatorial Guinea, and they have Sierra Leone. So, looking at that group, the way it's listed right now, I see that's how it's going to end. Algeria going to win the group, Ivory Coast second, Equatorial Guinea third, and Sierra Leone fourth. Can you see any difference, Kenebi? Can you see it ending?
It's a dicey group. It's a dicey group because you can't underrate Sierra Leone or Guinea. Because first things first, they're playing Algeria and Ivory Coast. Their best players play in Europe. Of course, the Guineans and the Sierra Leoneans, the players, most of them play in the local league. So the conditions might suit them better. So you can't really underrate them that way. But obviously, Algeria and Ivory Coast are definitely the favorites to qualify. Like you said, Algeria first, Ivory Coast second. So, but let's see. I think it's going to be a dicey group shot. It might have a surprise.
For sure. They definitely don't underestimate these smaller African nations. They can still cause an upset. It's just like any of these tournaments. But what I would say, Canners, obviously, Nicolas Pepe is our representative for the Ivory Coast. Could this tournament have come at a better time for him?
I don't think it could have come at a better time. I think this is great for him. He needs to actually now start asserting himself, showing what he can do, have a great tournament, come back, to Arsenal. I know I'm not putting an Arsenal hat on, but look, for him, it's all about now playing, having the best tournament he can have to show exactly what he can do. Listen, I think he'll do well in this tournament. This tournament's going to be made for him. Listen, I don't think I actually think they'll win this group.
Wow.
I know Algeria are the champions, right?
Yeah.
But I just believe something about Ivory Coast, man. I just think they,
I can see where you're coming from, Canners, because if we look at the squads for squad, Ivory Coast probably have the best squad in the tournament because they got the likes of Zaha's there. They've got what's his name, that plays for Ajax right now. He used to play for West Ham.
Oh God,
what's his name again?
Hala.
Sebastian
Hala.
He's been.
He's been an inspiration this season, man.
Yeah.
Imagine a front
Sebastian
three
Haller
of Zaha on the right, on the left, Pepe on the right, and Haller down the middle. That's gonna send some shivers down a lot of teams' spines during this tournament.
100.
But also Kessie in the middle of the park as well.
Yeah,
I mean, they're littered with stars there.
Yeah.
But Kanebi, we were talking about on the stream just a few minutes ago. It's typical that Ivorians usually have very strong squads, but when it comes to tournament time, why isn't it shown on the pitch?
But if you look at football, it's never the best team with the best squad that ever wins tournaments. It's who performs. It's actually the best team that wins, not the best stars. If you look at football, I mean, if you look at the Brazilians, when Brazil had Ronaldo, Adriano, Robinho, they had everybody, Kaká, Ronaldinho, they messed up in the World Cup. The same thing with Ivory Coast. They always had Yaya Tourés, the Drogbas, the Salomon Kalous. They always had the Didier Sikoras. They always had those players. But yes, Gervinho, they had those players, but they had the Kolo Tourés too, the Eboués. Shout out to Emmanuel Eboué. But, they never really could cross the finish line. Why? Maybe because they just had too many stars. And when you have too many egos in the dressing room, you need a balance. You need a few players that could just be the ones that are not really the loud ones that you don't really notice but get the job done, like the Kantés of this world. But Ivory Coast, formidable side, formidable opponents, always have athletic, strong, tall players. Their players are always very hard to beat, always ready to compete. And for me, I think Pepe, like you said, I think this is a tournament for Pepe to get his form back and get some confidence back. So Ivory Coast, yeah, for me at least they should make the semifinals with that team. For sure.
It'll be a big game on the 20th when they play
massive
Algeria.
Massive. I'm looking for goals and exciting football. And just like you said,
Pepe versus Mahrez.
So the battle of the left-sided, the left-footed, right-sided wingers. Who's gonna end up on top? And it's massive for Pepe to finally step up because he's been out of sorts with Arsenal. He's not played a lot of minutes, so he should be fresh and raring to go. And he should also be in the mindset of these young boys are doing great things at Arsenal right now. I have to light up this tournament. That's the only thing I have to light up this tournament. People are constantly saying Zaha was more value for money than Pepe. He has a chance to show us who is the better winger. You guys are playing with each other. Who is going to perform? Are you going to let your brother outperform you or are you going to outperform him? It's really up to you. And I believe if he can't have a great Nations Cup, the writing's on the wall. We've got to sell him in the summer. I think the Nations Cup is the reason why we won't sell him in January. So I think summer with him, it'll be 2 years left on his contract. He'll be nearly 27 at that point. Supposed to be coming into his peak years. If he doesn't have a great Nations Cup, I can't see him getting back into the Arsenal side, especially with how we're playing right now. So this is massive for him. So I'm going to get into some of the comments before we move to the next group. On Monday, come to check up on the African nations rather than Arsenal this time. Big up on Monday. How you doing, bro? Armory TV, bigging up Kanebi from Tunnel TV. Yeah, big up Kanebi. We want to have you back on the channel again, Kanebi, 100%. Big dogs. Algeria got some quality. Mahrez, Benrahma, and a nice striker who I forgot. Yeah, don't forget
about Benrahma.
Benrahma and Benacer as well. So they've got quite a few talented players.
They've got was it Slimani?
Slimani, I forgot. Did he still play?
Listen,
okay. They got a couple of players. They're great target man. Great target man.
Yeah, your son called it, man.
Yeah, you know that, man.
What's this guy that used to play for Porto? I think he plays for Algeria. I've forgotten his name. There was a time I wanted to buy him. I don't know if he's still at Porto. He's a bald guy. He played attacking midfield. I don't know if he still plays for Algeria, for Porto. I can't remember his name. He's come back. He's a good player too.
Feghouli. Let us know in the comments.
Feghouli.
Yeah, Feghouli, right? Look at my football knowledge.
Feghouli. Yeah. Feghouli.
Hey, Silver don't write off Sierra Leone. I think they'll turn some heads. Shout out to my guy Abdullah Belbaghi. All right, we'll look out for him, bro. I don't know too much about this Sierra Leone team, but yeah, big up Gunnar King from Sierra Leone as well, man. I would have loved to have you on the show, but I'm sure we'll do some other AFCON content going on through this month.
But just one thing, Algeria just beat Ghana 3-0.
What, in a warm-up?
Wow.
Yeah, on the 5th. Yeah.
Oh, swear? Wow.
Yeah.
Look, that for me. They're the favourites. Don't sleep on this guy as well. Benacer is a class midfielder.
Arsenal product.
Arsenal Academy, guys. Like Arsenal Academy. I wish he worked at Arsenal, but it wasn't to be. But all the
Unai Emery, blame him. Blame Unai Emery for that.
All right, so that's that group. I think we're quite. Canis thinks Ivory Coast is going to take it. We think Algeria are going to take it, but it's going to be a spicy group regardless.
I think Nigeria is going to take it.
I'm talking about the group stage, not the not the tournament. We're going to take the tournament. Let's see. So the next group up, we've actually got 2 players being represented in this group. Representing Gabon, we've got our former club captain Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and we've got arguably the only world-class player we have in our squad currently, Thomas Partey, who's just come off the back of his best game in an Arsenal shirt. Obviously, Morocco are going to be without one of their talisman, Hakim Ziyech, so that's going to be quite difficult for them to be a formidable force. But in previous years, previous Nations Cup, you can never sleep on the Morocco side. And Comoros, I've never seen them or heard them play. So, they could be the dark horses of the tournament. I'm not too sure. So, first of all, guys, looking at that group and looking at the 2 Arsenal players that are involved in that group, who do you think the tournament means the more to out of the 2 players right now? I'm talking about right now.
I think Aubameyang.
Yeah. It's got to be. He's got to put himself in that shop window, right? If he's looking for a move, if he wants to stay, to show that he's the man, he's still got something to offer. He's got to put his best foot forward. The problem with him now is that does he even start the tournament because of his COVID?
Yeah, that's
so
real.
Yeah,
and over the last 3 weeks or so, everything other than football is what we've discussed about Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang.
Yeah.
So now I believe it's a great chance for him to just go back to doing what he does, scoring goals and playing
100%.
good football, man. So I believe it's massive for him, even if he's not got a future at Arsenal. It's massive for him to show the world that I still got it. I can still score goals. What do you think about that, Kanebi?
I think for Aubameyang is on the same mission like Pepe. He has to prove himself again, get his fitness back, be more confident. But like you said, COVID might be a problem for him because only God knows how long it's going to take for him to recover, and if Gabon might still be in the tournament when he recovers. So we don't know. But if Gabon goes out early, he goes back to Arsenal early. He's now back in an awkward situation whereby he couldn't prove himself. He couldn't get himself back to fitness, no confidence. He's still training by himself. It's a big problem. So the COVID is a big problem. But for me, I want Aubameyang to score goals. I like Aubameyang. I want him to come back to the team. Even if he's going to leave in the summer, he still has something to offer. Even if it's 10 important goals to get us to top 4. He's very, very key. So let's just see how that goes.
For sure. Obviously. It'll be really bad if he doesn't end up having a chance to represent this country, because that'll just increase the bad press that he's been getting. They're going to make a big deal about the quote-unquote party that he might have gone to get the COVID. And for me, I don't dislike Aubameyang.
That headline is rubbish.
I know it is, but it's because it's Aubameyang that they've made it in the first place. So we really need him to get back to fitness, to get some games and score some goals, just to protect his image a bit more. Because although I don't agree with what he got disciplined for Arsenal, I'm not happy with how the media constantly hung him out to dry ever since that incident. When I've seen previous players do a lot worse and their stories aren't even in the paper. I mean, look how quickly the Phil Foden and Jack Grealish situation was in and out of the news, and then that's it. They're still the poster boys of English football. I mean,
what of Lukaku? Let's not even go into that.
Yeah, because there's so many layers. So it's not for this show, guys.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
So I think Aubameyang needs to have a big tournament, but a part of me is a little bit upset that the tournament has come about right now for the likes of Thomas Partey. Like Kanedi, me and you have been in that studio, Kano TV studio, abusing this guy in terms of his first touch, giving the ball away, just sit and screen the back four. You don't need to do anything else. I beg.
I'm telling you.
But just maybe Arteta watches Tunnel TV, the Armory TV, One Touch TV, watches our shows and he listens. Because as soon as we asked him to just give Thomas Partey the simple role of screening the back four and from time to time stepping forward with maybe a quarterback pass here and there. And it's like he listened because he kept it simple for the last 6 weeks or so. He's not been having man of the match performances, but he's been cutting out the mistakes step by step, which built up into the masterclass that we saw him play against Manchester City. So can we go into that real quick, Canis? Like, what do you think about that performance by Thomas Partey? And has this Nations Cup come at the wrong time for Arsenal, but the right time for Ghana?
The right time for Ghana, for sure.
100%.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, man. Oh, man. It was, listen, he, as you said, he put in arguably his best performance to date in an Arsenal shirt, controlled the midfield, and against probably the best team in Europe, or one of, you'd be in the conversation for the best team in Europe. Definitely the best team in the Premiership. It's just sad that it has come to that. But listen, we always want our players to do well, even if 100%. That means representing, their countries at these big tournaments. Listen, it's kind of bittersweet in a sense. What I mean by that is bitter in the sense that we lose him, but sweet in the sense that it might force the club, being from a selfish attitude, that we might actually buy another player because we've only got, number 34 and Sambi Lukonga at the club.
He called him number 34.
Just to let you know the rules of the channel, we don't mention that guy's name anymore, just his number.
He called him number 34.
Number 34, man. That's what we call it.
Classic.
Yeah.
Classic.
So we're short there, but they're gonna have a strong group because Morocco are a decent team.
For sure.
I know you're going to move on, but I just a couple of names just to name a few. You got Ziyech, you got Hakimi, you got Zezuli, Hadidi. Listen, Morocco are decent.
Morazi that plays for Ajax.
Yes,
they have good players.
Roman Saez at Wolves.
True.
Listen. There's some ballers in this cup, man. Seriously.
They do have some ballers. Unfortunately, Ziyech isn't going. He's refused to go to the tournament.
Oh, I didn't know. You serious?
He either refused or he got kicked out. There's some sort of dispute with him in Morocco. I can't remember it, but he's not going to the tournament. And that's a massive blow.
That's massive. Chelsea would be happy with that, I guess.
Of course they will, man. Abramovich.
He hasn't done anything for Chelsea though. So
the last game he played against Spurs, he had a very good game though. Like for me, I believe there's a player in Ziyech. I just don't believe Chelsea are using him the right way. But as he's not in the African nations, we're not going to waste too much time on him.
And they got
with the Thomas Partey situation though. Sorry. Oh, you were about to say something. Sorry for cutting you off.
So no, they got En-Nesyri as well at Sevilla.
See, they've actually got ballers at Morocco too. Hey, Ghana should be worried, man.
Sofiane Boufal.
But Ghana don't have Thomas, bro. They don't have Partey after Partey, and the party is starting.
We need to get a midfielder.
Yeah,
we need to get a midfielder.
Yeah,
we need to get a £35 million midfielder to replace Thomas Partey because I don't see how number 34 and Lukonga is going to do it. I don't see how they're going to do it.
Exactly.
Away at Wolves, away at Spurs. We need to get a midfielder tomorrow.
For sure.
Tomorrow.
And about Partey, he's really confident right now. So Mr. Silver Fox says, watch Partey smashing 5 streamers. I wouldn't be surprised because his scoring record for Ghana seems to be a lot hotter than it is for Arsenal. But I believe he's someone that, with the confidence of his club football, he's going to carry that into Ghana. I mean, Ghana have got players like the two brothers, obviously Jordan and what's the other Ayew brother?
Ayew. Yeah.
Ayew brothers.
Yeah, Ayew brothers. Oh.
The other guys.
What Hudson-Odoi? Is Hudson-Odoi confirmed playing for Ghana?
No.
He's England, didn't he?
No, but earlier in the summer they talked about him switching allegiance to Ghana after the whole backlash of the Saka and Sancho and Rashford situation. He didn't want to have the situation to go into that. But with him, I can see him delaying it till maybe the World Cup because he's only just got back into the Chelsea side and into Tuchel's good books. So even though I would have liked to see him as I am quarter Ghanaian myself, I wouldn't have mind seeing him turn out for Ghana. But it is what it is, man. But Ghana still have a great squad, and I believe Partey and the boys are gonna at least get to the quarters, maybe even the semi-finals of this tournament, man.
No, I don't think so because the way they got into the Nations Cup was very dodgy, though. They didn't really have like a great campaign in the qualifiers, though. They were very dodgy. So I don't know, but for me, I want Ghana to go out early, though. I want Ghana to go out early. I need Partey back.
Why would you say such thing? Oh, yeah.
I want Partey back. I want Partey back. I don't really care about Ghana. I don't really care about Ghana. I'm sorry, but I need Partey back. You know, I need Partey back immediately.
I believe my big heart for Arsenal outweighs my quarter Ghanaian, so I'd rather him play for Arsenal.
Bro, I'm Nigerian and I'm an Arsenal fan. Partey has to come back.
A couple comments here. Ghana and Morocco from this group, 100%. Ghana takes the group with Morocco second, Mr. Silver Fox. I probably agree with that. Ghana got Ayew, Partey, and Morocco got Hakimi, Mazrui, who's decent, and the players that we've mentioned. Ziyech's not going to the tournament, big dogs, as my son has kindly let you know. But yeah, I think that group's going to end Ghana, Morocco, and whatever else below them. Those are going to be the two people that go in and qualify from this group. And finally, with the Arsenal players, we've got man like Elneny up against my boys, Niger. And in Egypt against Nigeria, that's on Tuesday. That's the first game for both nations on Tuesday, the African Nations Cup.
Nigerian Englishman, are you playing for Nigeria?
I'm representing. I'm representing. Shout out Mr. Silver Fox for the graphics there. I'm here representing my country.
Elneny, I'm sorry, but he's going to get his ass whooped. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry. He's going to get his ass whooped. Indeed, he's going to dominate him in midfield.
100%.
Indeed, he's going to dominate him in midfield, and I don't really care if he comes back or not because I don't really see his input in Arsenal. But he needs to come back so he can be sold. That's all I can say. But
let's be honest. This is the group that in terms of Arsenal players involved, this is the one I care about the least because A, Egypt are going against Nigeria, and that's my country, and B, just like Kenebi said, I'm not going to miss Elneny in any way, shape, or form. Sorry, continue, Kenebi. What did you have to say?
So, with the whole, we have one more Arsenal player though in the Nations Cup. He plays for Tunisia. Omar Rekik. He's in our under-23s.
Has he been called up? Yeah, he's been called up.
Yeah, he got called up for Tunisia. I think we got him. I think Mertesacker signed him like 2 seasons ago from a German club, and he has he came with a lot of reputation. So I'd like to see him. I'd like to watch him and see what we're in store for in the future.
We'll give him an honorary mention because I've not seen enough of him yet. But going back to this group, going back to this Egypt and Nigeria group, how do you think it's going to pan out?
I think we have a good chance to top the group.
That's Nigeria, by the way, guys.
For Nigeria.
If you didn't know.
Yeah. But Elneny, like I said, Elneny's going to get schooled by Ndidi. Elneny, I don't know. The only person I'm scared of is Salah. So,
best player.
And he might not be able to take the heat. He might get malaria or something. I don't know.
And I would not wish that upon anyone, but it is what it is. But
that's one reason why I want Egypt to stay as long as possible, so Liverpool don't have Salah for as long as possible.
Hopefully,
but he's not back for any of the rescheduled games that Liverpool have managed to.
You want Klopp to commit suicide?
Yeah.
You want
exactly.
Klopp will have an emotional breakdown on TV.
Trust.
What?
1,000. So, what do you think about this group, Canners? Do you think Egypt will take it or the mighty Super Eagles?
You know what? I think I'm not sure which order it will be, but it'll be those two teams going through. the thing is, you never know. These two teams got every chance of meeting in the actual final. So you never know. I can't see what one thing I have noticed about when I do watch African Cup of Nations that the teams are physically strong, and sometimes when I say physically, I mean ridiculously physically strong, man. And sometimes that kind of goes against underpins some of the skill of certain teams and stuff. So it would be interesting. I believe Egypt though they got some decent players, man, and obviously they've got the best player in the world playing there, and he scores goals for fun. And let's see how he's played. Yeah, let's see how he's played. In Egypt, they won it about 2 tournaments ago, was it? I think.
They're the highest winners. They've won it the most.
Decorated African nation.
Boy. So you can never discount them. You can never discount them. So obviously they're a great team, if you know what I'm saying. May not always have the most skillful players, from 1 to 11.
Yeah.
But as a team, yeah. Them and Algeria could be like dark horses. I wouldn't say dark horses, but teams
how dare you call Algeria dark horse?
No, but what I mean is that Algeria's not the first name you'd come to say they're going to win the African Cup of Nations. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but listen, it wouldn't surprise me if those two teams ended up being in the final.
So let me tell you something about that, actually, because commercial-wise, I'll probably say Nigeria, Cameroon, Ghana, there may be like Ivory Coast, so the kind of nations that people know most about because of historically we've had a lot of players in the European leagues, top players playing for top teams, those type of players. But Algeria, they're quietly going about their business. They won the last African Nations Cup. I think they're 5 games away from Italy's unbeaten record. So, but no one talks about it. It's not in the press. It's not on Sky. It's not in the news, like because they're an African team, and that's for a whole other stream. We're not going to get into that here. But you can, regardless, going 25 games unbeaten is impressive for any nation, because you can only beat the countries that are put in front of you. So, Algeria definitely a dark horse. Well, not a dark horse, but
I know what you're saying.
They're growing.
No, they're favorites. They're favorites.
For me,
they're definitely favorites to win. They're favorites to win the tournament. And I think they could do something in the World Cup. Think about it. I think they could do something in the World Cup because the World Cup is in Qatar. It's in an Arab country. You have those North Africans going to an Arab country with the kind of talent they have. They could do something. They could do something.
It's a home from home for them.
Exactly.
Yeah, they could do something. They could do something.
So watch out for them. But in terms of Egypt in our group, I would say they were more effective when they didn't have such a superstar like Salah. Don't get me wrong. To have the world's best player in your team is obviously a benefit. But at the end of the day, you have to be able to work as a team. And if Salah doesn't, I guess, humble himself when he goes for his national team and work with the team, like, for example, like Ronaldo did in the Euros where they won, that sort of situation where you have to drive all the other players to play out of their skin to help you, rather than him dropping into the right wing position and picking the ball up and trying to dribble everyone and showing I'm the Liverpool guy that's the best player in the world. As long as he doesn't take that approach, Egypt could definitely go far. But my Super Eagles go cast them on Tuesday. 2-1. 2-1 to the boys. And Mo,
you can't.
Go on.
The funny thing is Egypt is a great footballing nation, though. You look at Zamalek FC, you look at El Ahly Cairo. Those teams have won the African Champions League so many times. So you can't. Salah is just like the stardust on a well-built African oiled machine. They have a very good league. So the Egyptians have won the African Cup of Nations most times for a reason. They have a very strong league. They have very good local players coming out of their leagues. So you can't. So like you said, man, Cannon, they could go to the final. They could go to the final. They could go all the way. I let them stay all the way. Let Liverpool be crooked for a minute. They need to chill out.
So for it. If Nigeria don't get to the final, I want an Egypt versus Senegal final, man. I'm all for that, bro. All for that. Salah versus Mane in the final.
Mane.
That means they come back later and later and later. Hopefully they have a little bit of a hangover after that.
The parties, everything in it.
All the celebrations, man. Come back drunk, unfit, all sorts, man. So
sure.
no trophy for Liverpool this year. Sorry, no vex. But just quickly, we'll go through the group real quick one more time for everyone and all the viewers. So we've got Algeria, Ivory Coast, Equatorial Guinea, and Sierra Leone. That's Pepe's group. We've got Comoros, Gabon, Ghana, Morocco. That's Aubameyang versus Partey in that group. And we've got Egypt, Guinea, Nigeria, and Sudan. That's our guy, El Sideways, Elneny, representing Egypt against the mighty Super Eagles. We know how that's going to go down. Everyone lock into that game on Tuesday. It's going to be a great display of good football. All you people watching from Sky, let me know what the coverage is like as well, guys. But boy, before we end the show, I'm going to go through some of the comments. Then we're going to get predictions to who you believe is going to win the tournament, guys. So some of the comments. My son says Chukwueze will show Salah levels, and I believe. I hope you're right, too, but don't be saying things like that anyhow. But that would be great if Chukwueze steps up, because I believe it's a big.
So one question I want to ask both of you from Nigeria's national team: who's going to step up? Who's going to perform? Who's going to be your? I can guess who you're going to say.
For me, it's Chukwueze, because I believe he's kind of been under the previous coach who we just got rid of. He's not really been unleashed and allowed to express himself. Mm-hmm. I believe Egwavon, the standing coach for the tournament, will give him a little bit of some freedom to express himself and create those those bums off your seats moments that get you off your seat. He's the guy. He's the guy to get the Nigerian crowd excited. That's for me. I want to see a great display from Chukwueze. I don't know about you, Kennedy. Who's your guy?
For me, it's Kelechi Iheanacho. There's no other player. What he has been doing at Leicester, I mean, he literally won Leicester the FA Cup. He carried the mantle when Jamie Vardy was out of form for a bit. Right. So, and I think Iheanacho, anytime he plays for Nigeria, he's always stood out. And I think Iheanacho is the man that he's going to show in this tournament why he's one of the best African strikers in the world. So for me, it's Iheanacho. It's Iheanacho, between Iheanacho and Ndidi, between two of them.
Yeah, it's a shame that Osimhen can't play. He's injured. Because that would have been.
I'm telling you.
And Dennis.
That would have been
telling you.
That's a big miss.
And Silver Fox, Dennis isn't in, man. Tottenham, I mean, not Tottenham.
Watford.
Watford are holding him ransom right now, and he doesn't seem to be fighting it. So, unfortunately, we're not going to see Dennis. But yeah, from those three players that we were listed, Ndidi, Chukwueze, and Kelechi, they're going to be big players in the tournament. Unfortunately, we can't big up a former Arsenal graduate, Alex Iwobi, because it's not gone as we would have liked it. All of Nigeria thought by him going to Everton and getting more responsibility, maybe he will raise his game and become that number 10 with a little bit of a that sprinkle of his uncle. But no,
he doesn't have it. He cannot.
He don't get anything of his uncle or Kocha. He's just there taking up space. But who knows? His experience playing for Arsenal and playing for Nigeria might work well in our favor to the later stage.
I think Wenger leaving Arsenal affected Iwobi's development a lot.
Yeah, Wenger loved him.
Under Wenger, he played as a 10. He played very well under Wenger. But as soon as Wenger left, I don't know what happened.
Is John Obi Mikel still
playing? But it's Arsene Wenger.
I think so, but I don't know what country it is. In some random, maybe like
I think he's playing
or something like that.
I think he's
But he's in the squad, right?
China.
No. He's retired.
He's retired.
Sure. Okay. And
Igalo
retired. We didn't call him up.
No, we called him up, but the club said we called him up too late, so they're not letting him go. I don't know. There's a lot.
I don't even want him in the team.
Neither do I, man. To be honest. Like, because if
I
like
don't
the
even
last
want him
game
in
you
the
saw
team.
him start against Cape Verde, he looked as old as he says he is, mate. So, mate, I didn't want him back in the side, man.
Fair
But
dues.
I
guys,
don't want him back in the team.
last thing we're gonna ask you is who is your prediction to win the African nations? I know we've heard favorites, people that have the best squad. Some teams have the best player in the world in there. But who do you think, putting all those things to the side, who do you think is going to win the African Nations Cup? Canners?
Can I answer this one after the first round of games?
Nope. We can ask you again after that, but for now,
Okay.
who do you think?
Who's gonna win?
Yeah, win.
Let me give you two. I give you two. I give you two. Okay, I give you two.
Okay, all
right. It's gonna be. I'm gonna go Egypt. Yeah, and I actually think Ivory Coast are gonna get there as well.
Okay, fair enough. In the comment section, let us know who you think is going to win the African nations. Kanebi, who do you think is going to win this?
Well, my heart says Nigeria. My mind tells me Algeria. To be honest, I think the Algerians are going to nick it. I think they're going to break history because I think they're going to do back-to-back this year. They have a very strong team, and they have a team that is not old. They have a team that's still young, athletic, and they're on a run, on a very good run. So it's going to be very hard. Yeah, it's going to be very hard to stop Algeria. And I don't know, their group, I haven't seen their group. I don't know who's in their group, but whoever beats Algeria wins the tournament.
They're in the same group as Ivory Coast, aren't they?
Yeah, same group as Ivory Coast. Yeah,
same group as Ivory Coast. That's going to be a very good match to watch.
That's on the 20th of Jan.
Can't wait for that one.
Yeah,
everyone should be locked into that one.
Trust.
But I would say, just like Kanebi, my heart says I want it to be Nigeria, and we're always going to be in the conversation when it comes to the Nations Cup. But my head, I'm going to go with Senegal. I think they're a wounded beast for the way they lost the last African Nations final. It was a bit of a deflected goal or something like that, and they have a great unit. Mane has to show how. I think he's kind of fell behind Salah over the last 12 months, and it's a great opportunity for him to step up again and get some momentum to end the season at Liverpool. So I'm going to go with Senegal with my head and Nigeria with my heart. But that's it for today, guys. Thanks everyone in the comment section for joining. Everyone watching later, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. The tournament starts tomorrow. Cameroon versus Burkina Faso. Make sure everyone's locked into that.
That's a tough game.
But other than the Egypt game, I'm gonna be supporting my Arsenal brothers throughout the tournament, man. Big up everyone today. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Armory TV, over and out.
Peace.
Peace.